What's up, guys? John Sanders with Limitless Hoops. Thanks for joining me. Hey, we have not got our schedules yet from whichever tournament that we're going to be in. There's so many different people that run tournaments these days. I don't even know which tournament that we're going to be a part of. Yeah, but we're going to do it this Sunday for the 5th through 8th graders. Once I find out the schedule, they will tell us. I haven't got any word back, but they oftentimes wait till the last second, which hopefully isn't too much longer, because we want to be organized. We want to be doing that. But you guys be ready to play. Sign up fast. I'm not sure how many people that we have signed up who want to sign up for this thing. It might be a lot. So once you see the time, please sign up for it fast, and we will meet 30 minutes before the game time starts so we can rehearse our strategy. And for those people who are going to Vegas, that team, I definitely want you guys to be there so we can run through the stuff that we've been practicing. All right, so we can go through the stuff that we've been working on during our practices, so we can build up toward our July destination. All right, because we are going to Vegas to try to win the tournament, so we have to try to win these tournaments, and it might come with some bruises. We might get smacked the first games. It's okay. These are step-by-step things. I'm gonna have to see what's needed and see where you're at. So these games are gonna be very, very important. So if you can't make the game, it's actually gonna be an issue, because then I'll start planning for games without you. Because that's what I have to do as a coach, as a leader. I mean, if you, let's say, are our best shooter. All right, we had a best shooter at college. I don't want to call him out, but his name is Jason Wahlberg, and he was 70% during practice, and then only like 14% during games. And we planned on him being our best shooter, but then the games taught us that he wasn't ready to play in those games, so we had to adjust. Now, I need to find that out about you. So whether you all of a sudden are scoring so many points and you're so good in games rather than practice, you're like, I'm just better at games. Or you don't understand certain things, we can work on those things afterwards. Or you're like horrible at certain things that we thought that you were good at, we can adjust. So I'm going to learn a lot during these games. I'm going to put you in your correct spots. So if you don't show up to the games, what did I learn? I still learned something. I learned that we can't trust for you to show. So during practice, all of a sudden, we'll start working as if you're not going to show. We'll be like, okay, cool, you're not going to show, let's move on. Because in the NBA, they have a saying, I think they also say it in other realms, but in NBA, I hear it a lot, and it's next man up. In football, you hear it a lot too. All right, next man up mentality. All right, once someone gets hurt, next man up. Once someone is fouled out the game, next man up. Who cares? You can't dwell on something. So we're going to find out who can bring it and who can't bring it during these games. Now, but we're also going to be improving during these games. So when you go out there and you mess up, it's okay too. We have to get used to certain things. We have to get used to the pressure because, during practice, we don't have quite the same pressures. So please get ready for the game times. Show up to these games, even though they're not very well ran. It's just how it is. I will be trying to I will be trying to create our own league once we get enough kids so that we can run things correctly, where we know about the schedules a month in advance and a slew of other things to make these things better and better and better. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Let's start with our show of the day. We got the quote of the day first. The quote of the day is risk, care, dream, and expect. I knew it was a bunch of stuff. I never know which stuff though. This is a lot. All right, but risk, care, dream, and expect. I think that's the order too. That's the right order. All right, and what's up, Chacon? I do think that the order is a little bit different though, in terms of reality. It should be like this, because like the fortune favors the bold. If you're risking everything that you have, you just go out there and do it. The rest will take care of itself. But most people are scared. Most people are scared to take that first step, and you're probably thinking, "I'm not scared." Yeah, you are. You're scared to shoot 1,000 shots a day, and I can prove it to you. All right? You're thinking, "No, I'm just not going to do that." No, you're scared to, and this is why you're scared. Because if I told you I'm from the future, you shooting 1,000 shots a day actually gets you to the NBA, you would be like, "Really? Prove to me that you're from the future." Then I would do like some magic trick or something like that, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, you from the future." Then you would definitely shoot 1,000 shots a day, so you could fulfill that prophecy. All right, the reason that you're not is because you think that effort won't give you the dream that you actually want. That's called fear. Fear is not putting in the effort because you're afraid that it won't give you the thing that you want. That's the fear that I'm talking about, and that's the fear that holds people back. So, we start with a dream. I would say you start with a dream. Shall we start there? Yeah, I would say that. You start with the dream, your dream of making the NBA, your dream of becoming a D1 player, your dream of making varsity, whatever it may be. All right, you start with that dream. That's the easiest step, but you have to have those dreams. You have to have passion. You have to know about the NBA. You have to really, really, truly dream it and want it and hope for it. Then you must care about it. You must care about that dream, because dreams are just dreams until you actually go, you know what? It actually means something to me. Where if I don't make it, I will be sad. All right? So you have to care about it. And that's the hard part. Because once you care about something, then you get all like funny. It's acting. It's like, oh, I don't really care about that. And you get all weird, like it's a girlfriend. And it's like, no. You get all shy about it. And you don't want to just jump in, because if you jump in, you'll feel like a fool if it doesn't reciprocate it to you. All right? Because you care, you're at risk for having your heart broken. So it's hard to care about something. So we tell ourselves to not care about these things. I'm telling you to care about those things, to ultra care about that. Allow your emotions to get into it, and don't let your emotions get away from you, of course. All right. But then after that, now it's risk. But so you have to do those first two fast, because risk is very, very important. I wish it were just the first step. I wish that was just who you were, and you were just like balls to the wall, like, let's go for it all. Those are the NBA players. The people who don't even like question it. There's like hard work done. I'm working 18 hours a day. Let's go. Rah. But that's not you. It's cool. All right. So you dream it, then you care about it, then have enough balls to risk it. Go for it. All right. Go for it. And even though you might have your heart broken, you go for it. You take that risk. All right. And then after that, you expect. You have expectations. All right. Expectations that you're definitely going to be doing this work. Expectations like you expect to win. And even if you lose, you expect to come back. You expect the very, very best of yourself and of the final result, so that you know you're going to make it. You know for a fact you're going to make it. And even if you don't, that knowing for a factness of it all, that perpetuated you, that propelled you to the highest spot that you could have possibly made. And that's all that you should care about. All right, wherever you finish, no matter how high it is, that's as high as I can get. No matter how high it is, no matter how low it is, you wanna ask God or whoever, was that the highest level I could have gotten to? And if they're like, nah, actually you could have gotten to right there. Oh, was it the NBA? No, the NBA's here, but you could have gotten to here, and you only got to here. That's a problem. And even if the NBA's here, and you make it to the NBA, and someone's like, well, you actually could have made it higher to all-star level, you got to be like, oh! And if your level was actually here, like the JV level, but you finished here or whatever, here is horrible. This is amazing. Even if it's well below some other levels. That's the trick of it all. So you expect more of yourself. You expect this of yourself, and no matter where you land, it ends up being further than anyone ever thought or imagined you making you want at life. So I might switch the order of this for you, but the order should be risk, care, dream, and expect. But it's okay. Dream that thing, care for it, risk, and expect it. All right, moving on. We got our story of the day.
I could make it easier to get you to show more often, but the end result wouldn't be greatness. The end result would be a mediocrity not worth the time it took you to show up, and definitely not worth the time it took for me to talk you into it.
Oh my God, that is so true. What's up, Kieran and Declan Louth? That is so true. I could easily get people to show up more, because I'll get parents talking to me about that all the time. They're like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? They try to change the program. I'm like, oh, wait. Do you think that I don't know how to get kids to show up to practice? Like, is that what you think? No. Oh my God. Just have pizza ready and candy. Oh my, just let them play the entire time. Yeah, I know how to get kids to, you thought I didn't know how to get your kid to show up to practice. Oh no, I know how to get your kids to show up to practice. What I don't know how to do is how to get your kids to show up for practices that will actually help them out. Because again, we had the greatest program in the world when we first started 13 years ago. It was 7 days of workouts a week. Everyone else wanted to leave us to go to other teams that were doing more practices. So we had to do practices 2 days a week. Then everyone else is like, well, what the hell? Only 2 days of practice? I guess that's the same as the other teams, but oh man, that's not enough days. Then everyone else is like, whoa, I came to all your practices. I'm not getting better as a player. All these people coming to your workouts are getting better than I am. I'm like, then don't come to the practices. Then everyone else is like, wait, but if I don't come to the practices, what, did we lose the games? I'm like, probably. Oh, Lord. So what's the answer, John? Well, come all 5 days. Well, okay, sure, I came all 5 days. Now, I'm still not getting better. Yes, because 2 of those days are practice days. It needs to be 7 days a week, or workout days. Well, why don't you just do that? Because you guys talked me out of it. All right, so, yeah, it's all mixed up. It is what it is, and I need you guys to do homework now because of that. But that's all the stuff. All the stuff that we're asking of you is everything that I've been asking of you, and it's on our player trajectory page, right? All that stuff does not get kids to show up. If it takes me to like lower it to the lowest level possible just to get you to show up, you're not going to make it. If you're like, John, I'm not going to come if it's too hard, then you're never going to make it no matter what. So why would I change? All right, the only thing that I want to produce are NBA basketball players, period, okay? All right, and I believe I have the perfect program, but can I convince anyone to do it? I'm going to die on this hill. Probably penniless, die. I don't care. All right? If you do the stuff, you'll make it. If you don't do the stuff and don't make it, all you can say is, I guess John was right. Oh, no, you're probably going to still say that I was wrong. You're going to be like, nah, I wouldn't have made it if I did that stuff. So, whatever, I look good either way. I'm saying to do this stuff. Prove me wrong. And what are you saying? Anyways, you're saying, well, no, I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm going to do some other stuff. Trust me. It's just as hard as your stuff. Trust me. And then I see the other stuff, and you're smiling throughout the other stuff, and it's not looking like our stuff because it looks pretty darn easy and pretty darn comfortable. All right? So, if you need to do other stuff, I guess you can do it, but I would love for someone to just prove me wrong. One day. 1 decade, I want some kid for a decade to just do every single thing that I say and then suck. And then just be like, the world's worst player. And I'll be like, I guess I was wrong. But I've seen kids do like a portion of what we've asked, and they become so good. All right, so yeah, we'll see what that ends up being like. But know that we can't dumb it down just to make you show up. I apologize. All right. The Tiger stuff. Did you know that Victor Wembanyama, his stats are ridiculously amazing, but not that amazing, because if you compare it to David Robinson, it's not like that much better. It's crazy. But no, this guy has been a freak so far. He's been an absolute freak so far. All right, these are his stats. All right, these Wemby stats are insane. Let's check them out. All right, let's see. He has more points through 100 games than LeBron James. He's beating LeBron on points already if you just take a look at his first 100 games. More three-pointers than Steph Curry. What? More threes than Steph Curry in the first 100 games? Now, Steph didn't start off his career blitzing, so maybe that was not that special. Also, the three-point revolution had not been started yet because Steph Curry hadn't started yet. But that one's still pretty cool. More blocks than Shaq through 100 games. This is the crazy thing is it's a diverse list of stats. All right. Then he has more rebounds than Anthony Davis. Is that really that? There's no one else higher than, but that's pretty good. More rebounds than Charles Barkley too, and KG. I like that. Okay. Now, this is pretty amazing. It really is very, very amazing what he's been able to do so far, and I love the fact that he's like dodged all the injuries that he could have had and things like that. It's been a joy to watch him do so well so fast. But heads up for Wemby. Did you guys know all that? All right. The stuff that we should have been doing today, but we aren't because of probably like parent-teacher conferences, I guess. Do you guys really need to meet with teachers? Seriously. But we could have been doing open gym, 2-on-2 diamond, then 1-on-1 weak side pin down, then 5-on-5. But we also would have had wall floor, tap dribbles, double team step through, play with some key points, scale height, 49 seconds down by 3 with free throws, 5-on-5 winners run. So, we have also talked about more team stuff. So we need to take our team stuff that we've done so far and apply it when we play this Sunday. Again, I don't know the schedule yet. It still has not come through. All right, I've been watching my phone. It still has not come through, but I'll let you guys know by tonight. You guys need to show up early so we can talk about strategy, and I will put that group of kids in at the same time. I'll put everyone else in separate groups and sub them in and out because I need you guys to be together. So we're going to basically, we are preparing for Vegas. Right now, in January, we're preparing for something 6 months away. Every single game will be geared on that. So if you can't show up, you're telling me something. If you miss shots, you're telling me something. If you go berserk and do well, you're telling me something. So tell me something in these games. And even if you do horribly bad, you're telling me something, but I can figure out a way to make it work. If you can't dribble, you lose the ball. Cool. We'll teach you how to pivot, teach you how to overhead pass. We will find a way, and that's how we're going to make this team great. All right, we're going to find a way to make you work. What's up, Weston? What's up, Teo? We're going to find a way to make it work with you in there. All right, so show up to these games whenever they're scheduled. All right, what up, Mello? Whenever they happen to be scheduled, so we can figure out a way for you to help the team. All right, and it will be more than just swinging a towel on the bench. Don't worry. All right, there's room for everybody in this mix. But if you don't show up, all you're telling us is that we need to find someone to take your spot. And maybe in practice we'll make you play defense more so. So we can use you in practice and expect for you to not come in the game. So show me what to expect from all this stuff. All right, our highlight of the day. Oh, it's a great highlight. Russell Westbrook looking at someone going, "You better box out. You better box out." Talking to Zubac, and then look what happens on the free throw line.
Opportunities to be great.
I tell you what, it's such a momentum builder if you get it. And if you let it happen on your watch at the other end, it's a deflator. So DeAndre. Nope, and Westbrook's there again. He knifes in and sets.
Opportunities to be great.
Outworking him on the freaking offensive rebounds. I love it. All right, Westbrook is like 8 inches shorter than this guy. It did not matter. He told him, he called his shot. He told him, hey, heads up for this rebound. I'm going to get it. You better box out. Zubac was like, okay. He put his hands on his knees. Look where they are. Went over his hand, over his foot, like that. Got position, and then boom, game over. Watch how he did it. Hands on his knees. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you guys. This is the only offense rebound highlight that you'll ever see in your life because people don't care about him, but it's a huge play. It's an enormous play. DeAndre Jordan sucks at making free throws, so we know he's going to miss, and still Zubac couldn't box him out because his hand's high. You have to get down lower than the person. Get down lower. He did also went around his hand, so he put his feet together right there. Look, he's a smart guy. He's a great rebounder. I like how much he loved getting that offensive rebound. That's a great highlight. Good job, Russell Westbrook. Let's see the trivia question today. Trivia question. I don't know if you saw it, but the trivia question is, we have Josiah's with 3, Austin with 2, Teo, Wes, and Jeremy with 1. And the trivia question today is, Coach Bobby Knight called this player Pee-wee due to his stature. Obviously, it would be a short stature. All right, who is this player? Coach Bobby Knight from, I won't even tell you what school he's from, okay? All right. He called this player Pee-wee due to his stature. Now, I'm sure he's called many people Pee-wee, but this one was a known case of calling someone Pee-wee. Bobby Knight was a mean dude, Dan. He was a mean coach, almost my coach. I almost went to Texas Tech. They were my top 3, and he became the coach of that school the very next year. Crazy. He was known. That's the answer. Isaiah, spelled wrong. Thomas. The old Isaiah Thomas, not the new Isaiah Thomas. Kiernan gets the point. Yes, dude, he went to Isaiah Thomas's house. Okay? Isaiah Thomas his family did not want him to play for Coach Bobby Knight. They were like, we heard that he hits players and he chokes players and things like that. But Bobby Knight came to their house to say, hey, listen, I'm not that bad a guy. Isaiah Thomas's brother came down and got into a screaming match with Bobby Knight about stuff because he really didn't want him to go. He wanted him to go to DePaul. They thought he was going to go to DePaul. Then he decides to go there anyways, and Bobby Knight did not like him. He did not treat him very, very well, would scream at him, called him Pee-wee and things like that. But then all of a sudden, He's like, you should have gone to DePaul. Then all of a sudden he started to play, and Bobby Knight liked him because he was the best player on the team. But he handled that. And because he actually went toward that hard coaching. He's like, yeah. And his mom even said, like, I think I need him at that school because it's high discipline. Crazy. All right. So he did end up like changing his ways in terms of coaching. He wasn't like that harsh on Isaiah Thomas because he realized that was his star player. But I think he was hard on him in the beginning because he wanted to show everybody, no matter who you are, I'm gonna yell at you, whatever kind of player that you are. So yeah, it's a crazy, crazy story. Would you play for Coach Bobby Knight? Think about that during this commercial break, and we'll come back with a very, very cool thing about Dr. J.
Water break!
Don't they know about Mendoza, sewer, and water? That's better.
And we're back. Watch this story real quick, dude. It's about this guy right here. He was the ball boy. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came in the room and spoke to him. Listen to it. Wait, can I play it? Hey, play. There we go. Louder.
I was a ball boy with the Clippers. I go in the first day, Lakers versus Clippers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I screw up because it's my first day. So he's pretty intense, which made him great, but he on me like, boy, blah, blah, blah. I went home crying to my mom. Next game, Sixers, Clippers, and there's Dr. J. He said, son, why'd you give me so many socks? And I said, I don't know. They told me to put 6 pairs on everybody's locker. And he goes, I don't need 6 pairs of socks. How many feet do you think I have? I go, 2. And he goes, that's right. He goes, how many siblings do you have? I said, 5. He said, perfect. He goes, grab them. And he signed each of the pairs, and then he grabbed a basketball and he signed it for me. Here's where it got interesting. As I got older, I had so many opportunities to hire Kareem for a lot of money, and I would call Dr. J. I was a ball boy with the Clippers.
So this guy ends up being rich. He had that encounter with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where Kareem basically got mad at him for no reason. He went home and cried, and then he met Dr. J the very next game, and Dr. J treated him like an awesome kid, and he ended up hiring Dr. J more than Kareem once he got to a higher position. Never discount the people that you meet in life. Now, don't just do it for selfish reasons, but that's a good reason to do it. Treat everyone well in life because you never know who this person might be. You never know what they might be going through either. Okay? So any kind of interaction that you get, you want to make it a good one. And when I was growing up, I was acutely aware that people might see me as like a hero. All right? I was pretty much like a prima donna, I guess. But I was thinking, yes, I might be famous one day. Yes, I know that this kid probably thinks I'm his hero. Yes, I know I can change this kid's life with one single word. I was very aware. And I would make sure that anytime that a kid came up to me, I would be like, how you doing? And I would make it like the best day of his life. I was less so aware that some adults thought that about me. So I've had some weird interactions with them. They've come up to me later and said, I tried to say hi to you. And you were like, hi, kind of weirded out. That's because adults were talking to me when I was a kid. But I was very, very aware if it was coming from a young kid that I might be a great influence in their life. So you guys need to realize that all your interactions with anyone, they can mean a ton. So, and it might even make you some money in the future, right? I'm sure Dr. J was nice that this rich dude who happened to be the ball boy ends up being his the guy hiring him and paying him millions of dollars? Random. Speaking of random, let's see who's randomly doing the homework. Who's doing it? We got a skeleton doing the homework. I believe that was Mello. Kieran doing the workout card. Nice job. Make sure you guys are tracking how many workout cards that you've done. You can even do that in the titles to make it even easier. Blake Bastani posted. Nice job. Henry, I see you. All right. The ball spins for the month. Great job doing that homework, you guys. All right. Keep posting. Keep getting better, please. All right. Last thing that we're talking about. I believe that this is a Brian Scalabrine one. Let's see what he has to say. All right. This is about I believe, Brian Scalabrine. He's a player in the NBA. He says he has the fix for people shooting too many three-pointers. Let's see what he says, and let's see what we think about it.
The amount of threes that are being shot, not just from Boston's perspective, but as that being the focal point right now, and two-prong answer, that the number of threes, and does that have an effect on how people view and watch and enjoy the game, in your opinion?
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's an easy fix, though, Jimmy. The easy fix. Just eliminate three in the key. Just allow teams to go get monster bigs to guard the rim, that they don't have to clear the lane or whatever. Coaches will design defenses around funneling to bigs. Then they'll kind of peel off or build out to three-point shooting, and they'll trust their bigs at the basket. So if the NBA has shifted, like we're playing the European game with a screwed up rule now, like a 3-second defensive 3-second violation. If like, the guys, okay, that was in the lane for the purpose of like guys having more room to work. Now we have three-point shooters, so everyone has more room to work. There's no need to have 3 seconds. If you want to really, listen, you can fix the game without moving the three-point line. You can also take that charge circle and extend it out,
Move it out
about 2 feet. So now all of a sudden you don't have plays at the rim where guys are getting turnovers or taking charges or anything like that, which is a better game, by the way. It's an unnatural play to take a charge at the rim when a guy elevates and you stand there and take a hit. Like, and this is coming from a guy that took a bunch of charges, right? Like, it's just, you want to fix this game, you think inside out, not out.
So he's talking about how you can fix the entire game of the NBA to make it like more watchable, I suppose, because they are just chucking threes because they figure out that that's what they need to do to win these games. But his fixes are pretty, like, I've never heard that fix before. It's interesting. He says to stop the charges at the rim by making the charge circle further out, because it's a very dangerous play. All right, to just take a charge when someone's jumping up. So that's going to be like contesting at the basket plays. He says, you guys want people to drive. You guys want people to contest at the rim. Well, then don't make it so scary to go in there. All right. But the other one seemed kind of counterintuitive, where he was like, oh, also remove the 3-second violation. As long as you did illegal defense still, I believe that makes sense. I think I think that's what he was saying. Or did he want someone camping out in the key? I couldn't really tell. But if someone's in the key, you're gonna evolve plays to shoot threes. But if he's talking about the old school defensive rules where you had to stay out of the key unless you came all the way over, like, you can't just be camping in the key. I don't like that one. But I do like how it was before. In the 90s, before Shaq, you just basically had to be, you couldn't be in help side. Then Shaq started dominating. Then they were like, well, we need to stop Shaq, just like they want to stop all these threes, because they thought that Shaq was bad for the game. They allowed people to play zone, but they were like, but just 3 seconds in the key. I say take away the zone and force people to play man, and then also do what he said and don't allow people to, don't allow the 3 seconds in the key. Like, don't make that a rule. I think that he's close, and my thoughts are close to his, but I think it's somewhere around there. We're gonna get a good game again where you have it mixed up, because right now people, I mean, it's a kind of a solved game. It's a weird thing. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Let me know. I'll see the comments later. But don't forget that I will have the schedules up soon. All right, once they come to me, show up on time. Make sure that you sign up on time. Also, we need the rest of the money for Taiwan. Once everyone pays, that's when I'll start scheduling. So I give everyone 5 days. I shot out them an email. And then don't forget that the quote of the day is risk, care, dream, and expect. All right, do all 4 of those things. Go for it all. Care for it. Have a passion for it. Dream big. And then have high expectations on yourself, and also expect to win. Expect that this thing will actually work and you'll go far. All right, that's my time. I'll talk to y'all later. Reese's Pieces, guys.